Oh, what's up, YouTube? How's it going? I'm back again for another random video. Been meaning to make this one for a while. I'm going to talk to you guys about, I guess, the pros and cons of why not to date a single mom. Before we get into it, this is going to be a doozy. Hope you got some time to listen. I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to wreck your life. Crack a cold one. It's a beautiful Saturday. I myself have 2 baby mamas. And I've never dated a single woman with a child. So, I guess the reasons are pretty brutal. I had to write down on this construction paper, my kid's paper, because I sold my other camera, so I'm using my iPhone now to record, and the videos look way better anyway. So without further ado, Scooby-Doo, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know these answers. So with a single mom, yeah, you're not first, and you never will be first. Anyone has watched Rich Cooper, Rollo Tomasi, I mean, there are tons of guys out there that are red pill. I don't really want to follow any of that crap. I'd rather just do my own thing, you know. If the right woman comes along, so be it. But if you're in your early 20s and you don't have kids, I would just stay clear. You know, when kids are super young, my neighbor's always cutting the grass. Like, geez, bro. The one time I make a video outside. When kids are really young, they need a lot of attention from their mom. So, you know what I mean? Same with dogs, fucking whatever else, parrots. Jeez, every animal on earth except for a cat needs attention. So, chicks, even with dogs, you know, which I've met, they're like, oh, I gotta leave first thing in the morning, blah, 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 because, you know, I gotta tend to my dog that hasn't took a dump all night, or it might shit on the floor and eat it, because dogs are stupid. And, you know, the thing with chicks with young kids is, you know, they gotta tend to them first, and you need to work around that schedule, or suck it up, buttercup, or she'll ditch your ass, or she'll let you know it real soon. So you're not first, you never will be first, and you would hope that the woman would put her child first, because you're just some dude from the internet. Not sure what you expect. If you want to meet the girl of your dreams, like they say, do it in public, do it at a library. It's better to meet in person versus on the internet. You know, she's got a dick full of phone, you know, phone full of dicks, sorry. And she has lots of attention on there. So try to avoid that situation. When they're older, they're not as needy. Try to figure out the schedule with the ex and stuff. You know, it's a huge red flag if he never takes his kids. You know, you don't want to waste time on that shit. You have to work around her schedule. So yeah, so anytime she's free, she'll let you know. You can't just randomly do sporadic trips and stuff like that. There's no time for that. If the woman, and most women do have their kids almost all of the time, you know, as per my job, I start work at fucking 6:30 in the morning. So, you know, taking my kid to school for 9, the 9 to 5 jobs almost don't exist in the line of construction or labor work or truck driving, you know, which most men do. And there's a lot of office jobs that even start at like 7. So for the most part, you know, women have it pretty good. They don't like doing those jobs, so they go into work a little bit later, come home a little bit later. It works in the schedule of the child, so you need to know that and work around her schedule. And, you know, free every other weekend kind of crap. If you're okay with that, or going to her house 24/7 with her kids there, you will have to meet her kids, and you will, you know, be that other guy. So that's another thing to listen for and to look for. That is totally up to you. You do you, bro. Reasons why there's a bigger stigma with single moms than dads. So, like I said, you know, women don't care as much because, well, I have 2 kids with 2 baby mamas, and I'm free a lot of the times. And even when I say I have my kids a lot, it's like, oh, that's so cute, that's awesome. No guy wants to hear that. Women, on the other hand, they think it's cute, it's nurturing, it's caring. And then they say, hell, do you want a 3rd baby mama? Do you want to fucking knock me up? Sorry for the cursing. You want to knock me up? Whereas a guy goes, ugh, 2 baby mamas, 2 baby daddies with 2 kids with 2 different baby daddies. Ugh. You know what I mean? No guy likes that. But for women, it's on a whole nother level. They don't care as much. It's kind of nice. I remember back when my buddy first had his kid. We were young. I was 21, so he was probably about 19. And I said, Ryan, oh my God. You know, he goes, oh, women love it, man. You bring your kid into the store. And he was single young. Like, him and his old lady didn't stay together very long. And he was getting hit on. And, you know, it was like bringing a dog to a dog park, you know. And I said, I can't do that. And for the first few years, I was kind of embarrassed, you know, to be a parent that young. But definitely not now. And I love my kids to death. So, you know, take it or leave it. That's basically the role of a parent, you know. It ain't changing. It's not like selling a house. You can literally get rid of everything you own but your child. And if you disown your child, well, you're a POS, and, you know, you shouldn't have kids anyway. So just note that there's a bigger stigma with single moms because, well, it is what it is. It's all over the media, and everyone knows it. Sadly, that's the truth, and I didn't write the rules, so I'm just saying what's out there. They can have less money to do trips and vacations, like I was stating. So, you know, a lot of their money and time is tied up with their children, or animal, or 20 cats, or whatever someone else has. So you got to know when you talk to someone on the internet, or you get to know somebody, you know, realize their hobbies. You know, they might be in music class, yoga, dance. So you're coming into this person's life. You know, get to know them, learn some mental health, learn it all. Figure out their income. You don't want to be with anyone that sucks with money anyway. So. Let alone that has a kid that needs money 24/7. And they do. You think your little cute little Corvette in the parking lot needs lots of money? That's nothing. Try like 70 years with a child. You know, if you live to 100 and you had a kid at 30, you know, they always want money. And hopefully they return the favor when they're older. That little sports car ain't going to return the favor 7 years from now. It's going to be a pile of crap. But if you don't have kids, live it up. Spend the money on yourself. And I know friends that don't have kids and they love their life and they don't want to have kids. Can you blame them? There's nothing in it for you when you get married. It's, you know, it's a low reward and it's a high risk, right? So, but I'm not getting into that crap. We're just staying on the topic of single moms. So another thing is, you have to understand that another guy already gave his seat to her. You know, as a man, you want to be the alpha. You want to be the one that's like, hey, you know, my girl hasn't had that yet. You know, you want to feel good about doing the dirty and not knowing that she's already had that from another guy, because it doesn't feel very rewarding for a male. You know, it's kind of degrading and gross. It's a cuck, right? It's like a very unfortunate event you don't want to think about, but you know someone's already been there. You know she's already had sex with other people. You don't want to know on top of it that she's already got cummed in and you know, reproduced with someone else. And you know, her kids could be little shitheads, and then it kind of like kills the vibe of, you know, your go and your relationship with that girl, right? Or him, you know. But really, I'm just talking about single moms. So you have to understand that, and it could just be too much for somebody, you know. You kind of want the lower count number, or a virgin, or, you know, if you're looking to reproduce with someone, you don't want someone that's already been reproduced with, right? Or maybe you do. Another thing is, yes, you do have to eventually meet the kid or deal with the child and the ex. So, you know, you gotta understand the way you treat their mom, or act, or swear, or talk to your buddies on the phone. Those kids are always listening, and they go and tell their dad, hey daddy, blah blah blah, or hey daddy, they're doing this and that around, and he can turn around and say, what's going on here, or I don't like my kids around you, blah blah. It could just be huge drama. So that's another thing to consider. You don't know if you're dealing with a hothead or not. Things can get escalated quickly. So try to keep the peace, and you know, learn how to act, or know how to act around a child if you don't have one, because you're gonna learn real quick. You're either gonna be stepdaddy or no daddy, or you're just the friend, or you're just the dude that, you know, you're just boyfriend title and that's it. Hey, who knows? Women might want you to step up. Some do, some don't. I've never really hung around many of them long, or met many of them. You know, most of them can tell I don't really want to be with them if they have children. That's just, you know, Or some girls I meet that are single that don't really connect with me anyway, so I just go, nice knowing you. But anyways, yeah, so you gotta deal with the ex, you gotta deal with the kid. But there are some pros, before I end this video on a good note. There are some pros. Not all people are bad. You know, drug addicts are way worse, and homeless people, I'm sure, are way worse, no offense, than single moms, right? There's always worse. So most of them can cook, obviously. If they have a child, they gotta feed their kid. A lot of them have kid snacks, you know. Someone said that in a video, I thought it was funny, but it's true. A lot of them have snacks, right? You're hungry, there's always like some jujubes or some kind of candy to snack on. Ice cream bars. I got lots of that crap in my house. And of course, most know how to take care of children because, well, they're already a parent, so they know how to take care of kids. So it's perfect. If you already have children, like myself, then they're more trustworthy. And it's like, hey, I gotta quickly go to the store. You okay to watch my kid? You know how to handle a 10-year-old? You know how to handle a 5-year-old? You know, a woman that's already been a parent. And most of them are motherly anyway. So without even having children, they're already like embracing your child because that's the whole stigma. Whereas men go, ugh, take your kid back. Where women are like, oh, it's so cute, I don't have any kids, I want my own. And they just love and love and love. They're nurturers, they give. That's just what they do. It's in their blood. So it's a good pro for us, man. And a lot of them may not even want any more children. So if they already had kids, it's like, I'm done, I'm good, I got fixed, I got an IUD, I'm taking the pill religiously. I mean, still watch yourself as well, but a lot of them been screwed over by their ex or what the case may be. It's too much work, or they've lived and learned and they're in their late 20s, early 30s, 40s, 50s maybe, and of course 50s they're done. But that's another good thing. If you don't want children or any more kids, or you don't have any kids, blah, 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 you're good. You don't have to worry about that stuff. So that's a huge pro. Whereas someone that doesn't have kids, that say they don't want to have kids but can have kids, it's a little bit more on the fence. Like, did you take your pill? Oh, I should probably work on them. You know what I mean? Like, you're just a little more edgy. Whereas the woman, like, no, I'm not having kids. But it's one word over another word, so take it for a grain of salt and protect yourself, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's other things to note, but those are just my opinions. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but I don't really pay much attention or spend too much time on single moms because, well, not really my thing. It doesn't make them any less of a person. It just justifies the dating game of free time and other responsibilities. And you know, it's a little different for me because I have 2 children. But someone that doesn't have kids, period, you know, you have a lot more free time. You have time to think about having children, whereas this person's already been there, done that. Just like someone that's been married. Maybe you don't want to be with someone that's already been married, right? It's totally up to you and how you take things. So on that note, I think I'm going to end this video because it's been dragging on a long time and it's going to take forever to upload. So if you have any questions or comments, I think I nailed some pretty good points. I am 33 years old, so at my age I have a little bit of experience, not much, but I've met a lot of women. And I've got to know a lot of people in my time and heard a lot of stories, so those are just my points of advice. So just note, like a recap, if you want someone that has time, if you want to be number one, and you know, I'm not saying single moms are ugly, I'm not saying single moms are this or that, but if you want to have a lot of free time, and if you want to do a lot of sporadic things, you know, do it all when you're young, because as people get older, they tend to have children, and that free time is it's gone, and you can't buy that. You can't buy free time with money or anything. You can have the biggest schlong, hottest guy, hottest girl, but once that time's been used up by someone else or they've already done it, then what are you waiting for? You're already ahead of them, you know? You could be 10 years younger in their eyes because you've never done all that stuff, and they want that, and maybe you don't, right? Because they've already been there, done that. So take care of yourself, guys. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'm here to help you guys if you ever need it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more random videos as I try to upload not so often, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.